Welcome to the CUNA News Weekly Wrap-up for August 14th through 18th. We look at how to create a credit union that staff won't want to leave, next generation CEOs' leadership lessons from mom, and financial stressors facing military families. The CUNA News Podcast features leadership insights from credit union CEOs with a range of experiences. The main reason people quit their jobs is because they don't feel valued by the organization or their individual managers. Leadership needs to ensure that employees are connected to the credit union's mission, says Kristen Schultz, President CEO at $600 million asset Spectra Credit Union in Alexandria, Virginia. Knowing you're doing good work helps create an emotional tie, adds Kent LeGrand, President CEO at $1 billion asset In Touch Credit Union in Plano, Texas. CEOs need to communicate the credit union's vision in a way that allows the entire staff to see career and success opportunities for themselves within that vision. The retirement wave of baby boomers has given way to a new breed of leaders in credit unions, driven by a wave of cultural and technological influences that will reshape the future. Many new CEOs place a strong emphasis on diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, or DEI. DEI is good business because our members want to do business with people who look like them, and because we can relate to our customers no matter what community they come from, says Nathan Cox, President CEO at Inroads Credit Union in St. Helens, Oregon. DEI should be looked at not just as a human resources issue, but as a general business issue that credit unions can use as competitive advantage. What makes a good leader? Darius Wise, President CEO at Red Rocks Credit Union in Littleton, Colorado, is a big believer in emotional intelligence.
Then you get into some of the EQ side of the equation. I think the emotional intelligence is critically important for leaders. How empathetic are they? How people focused are they? I think some of the best leaders focus on culture. They understand the value of culture.
Mothers are their children's first teachers. They share a variety of lessons: how to be kind, how to share, nursery rhymes, and the alphabet. But they also provide guidance and inspiration for their children and make an impact on the adults they become. 3 female credit union leaders explore how their mothers shaped them into the woman they are today. Growing up surrounded by very strong woman stock, Lily Newfarmer, President CEO at Tarrant County's Credit Union in Fort Worth, Texas, learned what it took to be a strong woman who could stand up for herself and her beliefs. When she learned this from her grandmothers and sisters, her mother was a shining example, Newfarmer says. CUNA Chief Economist Mike Schenk examines the financial strains many military households face. These families need to have both financial education and a relationship with a trusted financial advisor, he says. According to CUNA research, military families who belong to credit unions are nearly twice as likely as non-members to use a financial counseling resource. Now, over to CUNA Senior Editor of Public Affairs Communications, Alex McVeigh, for a look at what's happening in Washington, D.C.
This week, we announced CUNA President CEO Jim Nusso will appear at the NAFCU Congressional Caucus September 10th through 13th in Washington, D.C. He'll join NAFCU President CEO Dan Berger on stage, discuss top issues with NAFCU Senior VP of Government Affairs Greg Misak, and meet with credit union leaders to discuss and answer questions about the proposed merger. On Monday, the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Texas granted a motion to intervene from CUNA, Cornerstone League, and Rally Credit Union. Earlier this month, the court issued a preliminary injunction against the CFPB's 1071 rule, but it only applies to members of the American Bankers Association, which filed the original challenge. The court's latest order paves the way for CUNA, Cornerstone, and Rally to file a motion to ensure equal protection of credit unions while the underlying legal issues are addressed.
Thanks, Alex. Our credit union of the week is Cascade Federal Credit Union in Seattle. Established in 1952, Cascade Federal originally served employees of the Cascade Division of the Great Northern Railway. Through railroad mergers, the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad became the credit union's largest select employee group. The credit union now has $354 million in assets and more than 10,000 members. Learn more at cascadefcu.org. Send your credit union's information to yang@cuna.coop to be featured in a future episode. Looking ahead, we'll look at the benefits of executive coaching, how to take calculated risk as a leader, the transition of one executive from a call center representative to CEO at a large Florida credit union, and navigating the changing financial services landscape. That's it for this week's wrap-up. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. To stay up to date on these stories and more, subscribe to Credit Union Magazine, visit news.cuna.org, and listen to the CUNA News Podcast at news.cuna.org/podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the description for links to everything discussed in this video.